I'm gonna be going to Italy in like 2 days, a day and a half, 2 days, something like that. And there are some clothing items that I would like to make for said trip. Am I waiting until the last minute to do this? 100%. Should I have started earlier? Also 100%, but it is what it is at this point. So we've just got to get a move on. I have some vague ideas of what I want to do based off of like my Pinterest board that I have been curating for a long time. So it's been in my mind to do this for a while. I just didn't act on it. That's how it goes. I grabbed a bunch of random clothes from like my crazy stash that is so unorganized and so fucking crazy. It's honestly incomprehensible. But I grabbed some stuff from there that I've been hoarding. Not for this particular project, just in general, just stuff in the stash. I'm gonna let my imagination run wild on some of that. I have some random fabric that a friend gave me because she got like this huge haul from Facebook Marketplace of all kinds of fabric. So maybe make something out of that. I don't know. We are going to look at the ingredients and see what we're gonna make. This is basically like, what's that show? Chopped? Is that Chopped? Yes? Yeah. But for sewing, and I did it to myself, so it's worse. It's just worse in every way. It would be wonderful if I could make some kind of Lizzie McGuire inspired outfit because, you know, I'm going to be in Italy and the only thing that is well known for is the Lizzie McGuire movie. And that's the only thing that has ever been filmed or done there. So obviously that's what I need to pay homage to. And then the rest is just going to be like vibes, like Italy vibes. I do have other things that I'm packing, obviously. And hopefully this stuff will like match the other things. So this is all to just complete a general wardrobe. I need a plan for something to wear to the Vatican because I don't naturally dress in a way that is very Catholic, and I'm not allowed to enter if I don't have my shoulders covered and my knees covered. I would also like to make at least one hair accessory to like something really fun, like a big old, like a scrunchie, big scrunchie or something. I think that could be fun. And then that'll tie into like a whole little like hair accessory video I'm gonna put out later. Wow, teasing future content, no big deal. So let's get to it, all right? All right, of the things that I feel are like most probable, I think I'm gonna make a little top out of this. Maybe a matching like scrunchie. At first I was thinking to match this with it, like on the edges of the scrunchie. Imagine. This is more of a cream, this is more of a white. We'll see. And then I have this like tablecloth. So I thought I could make one of those handkerchief skirts out of it. This is more like just something I would really love to do. And I think it's pretty easy. I've never done it before, but I think you just cut a circle in the middle and then maybe put some elastic or like a little waistband on it, and then you're good to go. But this is just maybe because I have so many other skirts. It's not a big deal. And also this will be see-through, so I need to make a lining. So that is a pipe dream. The other possible pipe dream is to try to make, I was going to say a dress, but there is not enough of this for a dress. Unless it's just a tube. No, but this is pipe dream. I could also just make a top out of this. Oh, I've had this fabric for forever and I love it so much. So I want to like make sure I make something good out of it. This I think is possible. Scrunchie, I think the matching for that is possible. And then I want to decorate these headphones that are these like cheapy little ones from like an Amazon warehouse kind of thing. And they are falling apart. I have added my own little like Cricut stuff here because I love lo-fi. And so I did that. This is all from the fact that I have pink hair. So that's why that's pink. But this plastic is starting to like chip away. So I think I could make some sort of like little cover for this. But yeah, so one top, one scrunchie. I think that's doable. Decorate headphones is a maybe. Well, also tailor this top, this cutie patootie little top here. Fingers crossed. Let's go. All right, come and Pinterest with me. Look at this. Literally, this is a sign. Gingham ruffle scrunchie. That is literally what I just said I wanted to freaking do. Italy outfits. So, as you can see, I like these little front tie things. I kind of want to try and make something like this. I want to try and do this. Can I do that with a gingham? Maybe. You can see what my vibe was trying to be. Oh, lacy bows. Oh, if I could have found something with little tomatoes. Wait, are these tomatoes or strawberries? Well, I thought it was tomatoes. And I wanted something with freaking tomatoes on it. That would have been so good. Maybe I'll find something there with some tomatoes on it. Because like Italy, spaghetti sauce, you know? I have some Pope photo. He's an inspiration. All right, so my phone did die. So that was what the sudden stop was. I just don't pay attention to my battery a lot of the time. Anyways, let's get back to where we were. Pope, inspiration. This is definitely not the Pope now. So he's brand new, and I did this one a little while ago. I don't know which Pope this is. I don't even actually know if this is the Pope. Literally no idea. I'm not Catholic, so this nun is a sleigh. And obvi, I have Lizzie McGuire here as inspo, just like her essence. Her essence is what I would like to capture. Originally, like OG, when I was thinking about doing this whole concept, I really wanted to do a reversible top that was purple on one side and green on the other, like Isabella and Lizzie. But that would have required me to like go actually like source the fabric and everything in the colors that I would want it in. And then I was also thinking that it wouldn't work as like a top. It would have to be like something else, because the fun part about it would be to be able to be like out and be like, look, who am I? Am I Isabella or am I Lizzie? But then if it was just a normal top, I couldn't be taking my top off. So with this vibe, I'm gonna sleep on it and come back. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna take a little power nap, aka Munchkin. She loves the camera. What can I say? So you guys see the vibe, see the vision. I'm gonna sleep on it and come back to it in a few hours, because it's not gonna be a long sleep, not a full sleep. Didn't time manage for that, so we'll see how it goes, huh, Munchkin? But I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. We'll get at least one top done. I think. I think that much we can do. One shirt. Yes. All right. All right. I'm feeling revitalized. I definitely needed that sleep because I was so like a little downtrodden yesterday about my potential amount of time and what I had to do. But now that I slept, I feel like I can take on the world. I think I can do all of it. I think I can do everything. So I'm going to start right now. Let's get to sewing. I actually found a pattern that I have in my little pattern storage that I think I can alter to be what I need it to be. It's this one right here. It's basically the same thing, probably just, shorten the bodice and add a ruffle at the bottom, and then also maybe that neckline would work. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Since I don't want to cut the actual pattern out of this pattern fabric, I am going to weigh the pattern down and then kind of go along the line and just mark it. This is going to be a little bit bigger on me, so I think that it's supposed to be a little boxy fit. I think I have some wiggle room, so this is a good one to use it on. Also, I have an extra fabric. Not that I have a lot of extra time, but it is what it is. All right, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's the pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And then I am going to cut lining and everything just because it'll make it easier for me, I think, rather than having to worry too much about hemming or bias tape or anything. So yay! Already went ahead and cut the back panels and the lining for it, because I'm just going full send. No testing or anything. I also made the marks for the pattern on the actual fabric and not the lining. I mean, it's on the back. This is why you always start with the back, my friends. I also did find a darker red ribbon that I have that I think fits really well, so that is going to be really cute. I do have a little bit of bias tape. I have enough to probably do my arms and maybe the neckline, but thankfully with the lining, I don't think I'll have to do as the neckline, probably. I can fudge it up a little bit there. I'm hopeful. Show you guys how close my line is. Look, see the blue hint under there? That is the line that I drew to match the pattern without having to cut the pattern. Pretty dang good, if I do say so myself. I don't know if it would have taken less time to just have cut it, but I just feel like cutting big pattern pieces like this is so unwieldy sometimes, and I just don't want to fucking deal with it. I'd much rather do this. All right, now that I have all of the lining pieces cut out, I'm gonna go ahead and sew the lining together, and then fit it maybe slightly better to myself, or maybe it'll fit amazing. That's what we're gonna put out to the universe. It's gonna be great. And then if there are any changes, then I'll like make those changes on the like fashion fabric. Honestly, if I like it the way it is, I might not do the little ruffle at the bottom, solely because of time. I'm not like an expert at the like ruffling on a sewing machine, and I'm not really trying to learn that new skill at this exact moment in time. So we'll see. And by we'll see, I mean I'm probably not gonna do the ruffle, but we'll see. Now you guys get to watch me sew. So this fit is definitely boxier than I would like, with it coming out quite a distance, but this is definitely something I can still work with. So I'm gonna just like pin this into like the sections that it'll fit me better, and I need to wear that inside out to do that. But this is exactly what I figured was gonna happen. It's a bigger fit, and it is what it is. I might need to bring the darts in more. What about no darts? I don't got a lot going on right here, so it's not like the end of the world, but maybe I can also just move the darts. We'll see. Let's do that then. Let's pin it. Okay. So I think I actually want it to almost like flare out a little bit. I marked where I want the middle of the dart to be. I also marked where I want to cut the armhole for the shoulder, and then also pin this in so I can make a consistent line between these suckers. All right, I think those are the only little changes. And maybe take in the back a little bit down the center seam, but we'll see about that. Because I like the amount of neckline that I have. It's like a good amount, so I don't really want to mess with that too much. I think it's more moving around the armholes that'll fix what I need. Cool. Well then, I have basically the new cut of the front panel, and then the new cut of the back panel. The back panel is very, very minor. The front has a little bit of bigger changes, but it will be really easy to transfer. So I'm excited. It just looks great, at least from the half, because I didn't do it on the other half just in case. And also it's hard to like be swapping. Yeah, I just kept putting it on me, being like, oh, I want this in a little bit. I want this, and and then I would try to follow the similar lines that like the original pattern we're following, especially with like armholes and stuff. And yeah, and then I just kind of scooched the dart over. I used the same like plot points essentially, but moved it more to where the middle of my boob is. And so like you can see where the like old dart was right there. And then so mine is just a little more angled. And then it's gonna be great. Heck yeah. Now we sew. Well, no, not sew yet. But now we cut this new one, and then we sew the whole thing together. And then it's going to be easy peasy like that. I'm thinking that I'm not going to have time to make anything else other than this. I might still be able to do the scrunchie, but that might be on the go. Maybe a fun little travel craft, maybe? Do they let sewing needles on planes? Yes, maybe. I'll look it up. I feel like that is very doable. Just take a little bit of scrap of this, bring some elastic, and I can do that. Sounds like a good plan to me. I can pop that out easy. Maybe 2 of them so I could do... Oh, or maybe, no, not up here. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring enough to do 2 just to see, just to test myself. All right, so all of the pattern pieces are cut out. Everything is ironed and is looking nice and clean. So that's exciting. I think it's already looking really cute. I'm very excited. Okay, I sewed the lining together wrong. I sewed like right side to wrong side kind of thing. And that's what happens when you do stuff a little more last minute. and you deprive yourself of sleep, mistakes are bound to happen. Granted, this is one of the most like minor mistakes. Like, I don't know, it doesn't have big repercussions, but also it's one of the most like beginner mistakes. So that's crazy because normally every single time I put something together, I go right side, right side, right side, right side, right sides together, right side. It's like my little mantra a while, and I usually double, triple check, but that is where the sleep deprivation comes in, and I don't do the checks. And then like the time crunch. Although the time crunch isn't as much of a deal for like my mistakes, I feel like, because I'm letting myself take the right amount of time to do stuff. For someone who's been sewing like, I don't know, half my life, more than half my life. Rookie mistake. And also I just hate seam ripping. I don't think anyone likes seam ripping, but like I haven't figured out the art of it yet, especially with smaller pieces. If it's a bigger piece, then like, and I have something else to like hold on underneath, then sometimes you do the little oh, and it feels so nice. Right now, with smaller pieces, it's a little bit more tedious and annoying. But thankfully, the sewing is very fast. It takes at least double the time to seam rip something than it does to sew something. And I think that is the most frustrating part about it. You're like, I could be moved on to the next section. I could have done 2 of these already by the time I'm done. I would say you live and you learn, but this is a big learn. Like, this is just a very minor thing, but it's signifying of my bad habits. The ramblings of a sleep-deprived person. I actually might grab myself a Red Bull. I don't know if that's a good idea, bad idea. I'm thinking good idea. I really wish I had like a tan ribbon. This would be the thing where I learn from like the time crunch. The time crunch means that I won't make my own, straps out of this fabric, because I would make something out of this, like the lining fabric, if I had more time. So maybe it might be something I would go and change later when I get back. I say that knowing I probably won't, but I'm trying to be better about like actually going through and fixing the things that I say I'm going to fix and that I do want to fix, rather than just like living with the not even consequences. Why not? Living with the way things are. If I have the ability and a little bit of time to just make small changes, and it'll make my life just that much better. Seam ripped. We're sewing it back. Let's go. Yeah. I guess I didn't do logo size. Not spawn. Right sides together, correct? That's what's happening here? Right sides. Yes. I feel like because I was looking at the darts for so long that I was like, this is the side I want to show, the darts, even though they're not like particularly pretty or anything. But, I think that is where I was. I was like, darts, duh. Let's go. I say that a lot. Okay? It is just the way it is. It's maybe catchphrase now. I'm doing the ribbon placement right now, and this feels so crucial. I can't get this wrong. I mean, I can't get this wrong. So I'm trying to make it also so the ribbon is like within these blocks of red, so then it like, I don't know, I feel like that's fun, right? We'll see. Okay, this should maybe be the top. Wait, so that should be the top of this one. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then also I'm trying to make it so the shiny side is also like facing outwards. No one's gonna know, but I do love a little attention to detail. Okay, ribbon, please lay straight for me. Yes. Beautiful for spacious. Oh my gosh. When I just did it, I tried it on just like this right side's out or whatever. It's already looking so cute. I'm actually so excited. I'm so glad that I decided to still do this. Okay, because I almost gave up. I almost was like, nope, never mind. Not doing this. Okay. Alrighty, so now for one of the moments of truth, I still will have to do the bias tape around the arms and then close off the little back opening. And also iron it, obviously. Cut some of these little inner seams as well. Oh my gosh. It's looking so cute. Oh my god, oh my god. I was trying so hard to follow the right like gingham lines and then trying to like literally I was measuring the distance between like the end of the gingham versus where the seam was, so then I knew that like each side is gonna match. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, hold on. Look at this. Look how precious this is. Let's see that. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Can you imagine me in Italy in this? I'm gonna have to trim some of these too, or all of them. But look at this. This fits so well. Oh my god. Am I like talented? Do I freaking like know what I'm doing when I'm sewing? Sometimes I like show myself that I can, and I'm amazed because I never feel like I can do it to this level. Okay, these bows are fucking huge. Let's make them a little tinier. Are you kidding? Oh my god, is it gonna... Oh my goodness! And I tried to match up the seam. Look at the seams here. Match. The seams here match up other than where the dart is. And then this is like perfectly distanced. They're like the same. I was cooking, y'all. I was cooking. Ugh. All right, so I'm thinking that the next time you see me, I'll be at the airport because I don't want to show off the full final, like with it pressed and then all these like trimmed and the little arms and things, until like the full outfit in Italy, right? So you're gonna have to hold off in I don't know how many minutes in this video. I'm gonna bring a little sewing kit to try and make a matching scrunchie. I'm trying to have more like slow crafts and hobbies and stuff that I can do instead of scrolling on my phone. And I feel like this is a good opportunity to do that, right? So maybe let's freaking go. Again, I said let's go. If you guys have any other ideas of what I could say other than let's freaking go or let's go, then I might not say it, but give me options, I guess. So I ended up filming a lot of random footage in Italy, and it kind of deserves its own video. It is quite a bit of a mix of footage, so it's not like a full travel video or a full fashion wardrobe-y kind of video. It will just be a mix of everything, because I think that's the best way to go about doing it. Outfits, styling, little travel stories from moi. Well, I guess I don't know how to say that in French. Not French. In Italian. Is it just me? I'm looking up.
How to say me in Italian.
It's just me, but more me. But yeah, it'll be kind of like a little review of my Rome/Italy trip, because I may or may not have had like the best single bite of food that I've ever eaten in my whole life there. I also like feel like I overdid it on pasta, which I didn't know was possible before this trip. And I may have some hot takes on the Vatican/Sistine Chapel. So basically, I just feel like there's a lot to unpack. But I'm not going to leave you hanging on the full reveal of the top. Bum, bum. I was actually kind of horrible at getting footage in Italy of me like fully in this top, like out and about, because I'm still kind of like a baby nervous YouTube girl. I'm not fully comfortable filming in like public quite yet. I had little moments where I would grab some stuff, but it was definitely incredibly nerve-wracking and something that I need to build upon. But I still do want to talk about the top because I have worn it multiple times since then. It's actually been a few months since that trip. It's just taking me that long to edit this video. And even though I was on a time crunch, I'm really glad that I didn't skimp out on like fitting it to me, ironing everything very well, choosing to do the bias tape edging and doing lining. This really does feel like a high quality piece that I will continue wearing and have been wearing like a lot. The one thing I will say that I would change is the ribbons. And this was partially because I did it under time crunch. I used just the ribbon that I had in my stash instead of making my own like ribbons out of like the lining or this fabric or just getting more high quality ribbon. If I had originally had the time, I would have done that in the first place. These ribbons really started showing wear and tear literally after like me wearing this 2 times. And it's just been getting worse every single time I wear it. The damage is really mainly where I tie it. And it's even worse than it looks on camera. Like it's really almost about to break. But thankfully that is an easy fix. And I do plan on fixing that like super soon so I can keep wearing this. But speaking of making this, I am about to start sewing for my Croatia trip. And I'm trying to learn from my mistakes from this video and actually start ahead of time so I have a few weeks And I would love y'all's input on what I could make for my Croatia trip. The main thing I really know about Croatia is it is where Westeros was filmed in Game of Thrones. So because of that, I'm leaning towards making something that is like fantasy inspired, but still something I can wear. Normally, I don't look like I'm in a costume, I guess. And I'm definitely planning on making something Marjorie Tyrell inspired. And she is and forever will be that bitch. So maybe something with like her color scheme or something. Also, I think whatever I make could be like double used as like a Ren Fair outfit. So what else would you guys want to see me make? Blouse, a dress, maybe something like armor inspired? I don't know. So just leave comments, let me know what you'd want to see. Because I'd really like to make more than just a single article of clothing for the Croatia trip. But yeah, little Italy vlog next week with outfits, travel stories, food things, all that good stuff. For now, here's your little Italy tease, and I will see you next week. Me jingle jangling. I just be out here jingle jangling. I'm a trinket girly. I can't help it, okay?